Well, like I said, multiple rehab attempts, and 2013, that was another episode, I'll call it, when I was completely out there, not trying to stop at all, but it was a condition. If you want to come back home with your family, you're going to go to 30-day rehab. And that 30-day rehab in 2013 turned into 5 months of rehab, which I really was sure I was going to be stopping this time. And I remember one of the counselor guys in there said, you know, the first counselor, she goes, only one out of all of you guys are going to make it. And I was like, I said, that's pretty negative. I remember I just was like, I like told, I'm like, that's a negative thing to say, well, she's like, it's the fact, out of the 10 people in this room, only one of you is going to really sustain, their sobriety. And I was like, and I was pissed that she said that.
Yeah.
Needless to say, I wasn't the one.
Yeah. We've all heard that and gone, what the fuck?
And then the next counselor, I was in another group at the rehab, same thing in San Diego, BBSD. What's up, you guys? He says, yeah, alcoholics and drug addicts, they stop all the time. They just don't know how to stay stopped. And he said that in 2013. I remember looking up and I wrote it on a piece of paper. And I remember sitting there looking around the classroom and I was like, stay stopped. And that just kind of planted that seed right there in 2013. Fast forward, like I said, I stayed at that rehab for 5 months, left. I'm back home. I'm back with my family. I'm good to go. I'm never using dope again. I'm never doing. A month later, I'm back at the Connect.
Yeah.
I'm back at the Connect. Literally walking in and that Connect, she's like, where you been? You look great. What's been going on? I'm like, yeah, I tried the recovery thing. It's stupid. I tried it. Like literally. And she's like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, come on, let's pack a bowl, man. She's like, what are you doing? Like literally she looked at me with disgust.
Yeah.
And she was just like, you do it. And she threw the sack on the bed and I picked that stuff up just like nobody's business. And I scooped and I proceeded, and that ease and comfort hit. And it would be 2 more years I was out.
Yeah.
For 2 more years. That second year, like I said, I share with you guys about that arrest that happened to me. My daughter came in. God bless my little girl, soul angel, once again. Daddy, stop. That ringing in my ears. And I was telling you about that this morning.
Yeah.
My daughter is a part of my Stay Stopped journey as well, because she screamed, Daddy, stop. So that gives her a piece of the action as well.
It cut through your soul.
Yeah, like literally, like that was a significant thing, and it resonated through and through. And like I said, in custody, psych ward, H&I panel. Here's a book, Jackson. I don't want to read a book, but I'm gonna go and check it out. And I thumb through the pages. My fingers caught page 553. Page 553 was titled, AA Taught Him How to Handle Sobriety. God willing, we'll never have to, drink again, but we will have to deal with sobriety every day. And I just looked at that and I closed the book. I'm like, God. I opened it back up again, that same page. And it said, I did quit drinking once for 5 months, once for 10 months on my own. It's no great trick to stop drinking. The trick is to stay stopped. And there it was again for the second time in a 2-year period. And at that point, I closed the book, you guys, and I just said, okay, God. And again, that wasn't it. Because again, I opened the book back again, and the very next sentence that started the next paragraph says, to do that. Because it wasn't just stay stopped, okay? Because I'm not going to just say, stay stopped. It's more than just that. How do I do that? How? The very next sentence that started that paragraph on page 553 says, to do that, I had come to AA. Not I had to come to, I'd come to. So in my journey, in my 20-year journey, in all of your journeys, there's a place where AA keeps on representing itself, or some type of a rehab or program keeps presenting itself one more time. And it said the next chapter or next paragraph said, to do that, I'd come to AA to learn. And I stopped there and it said to learn. I remember I had a little piece of lead about that big and I circled the word learn. It said I'd come to AA to learn how to handle sobriety. That's what I couldn't handle in the first place. I couldn't handle living without drugs or alcohol. Again, I needed it. And at this point, like I said, how do I do it was all I could. And again, I closed a book and I just said, okay, God, I said, and that would be my journey that would be my surrendering point right there when I finally was just like, this Stay Stopped thing is something. Yeah. I just knew it in my internal insides that Stay Stopped was going to be something. But I had no idea. I just knew that was divinely inspired.